All right. We are live. You're listening to us recorded, but the three of us are here live together. Oh, we're here for episode 8. Man, it's 11:45, October 8th. We were here for 2 hours and 30 minutes fixing a whole bunch of audio issues that you guys probably heard on episode 7 if you were listening. So thank you guys for bearing with us. Apologies for that. We have it all straightened out, or we hope those 2 hours and 30 minutes have gotten us all straightened out. We are going right off the top for this episode. Because we had so much setup time, we said, let's just go. You know, we talked about it at the beginning. The three of us could kind of run with a lot of different topics, so that's what we're going to do tonight. You guys are hearing a freestyle. We have not discussed any of these topics, but we're about to go in. So, and it's late. We're all a little tired, so you might get us a little bit loopy here.
I'm not going to lie. I'm fatigued.
All right. So, first thing, we talked about our homeboy last week with the ocean spray. Okay, his name is Nathan Apodaca. His TikTok name is 420 Dogface 208.
His name is Nathan?
Yeah, his name's Nathan. And
looks like
boy,
a
if you didn't watch the
Jose.
video, he's cruising down the freeway or a freeway off ramp or on ramp, what it looks like, just chilling on a probably a longboard, just listening to some Fleetwood Mac, sipping on some ocean spray. So
That's
this
High as a
video-
kite.
What's up?
High as a kite.
Yeah, he's high. He's high as a kite. But he's chilling out, and he went viral. So you probably saw the video. And because he went viral, he gave Ocean Spray a lot of promotion. They gave him a truck. They gave this dude a truck.
Ocean Spray gave him a
Grinding.
truck?
They straight up gave him a
freaking
truck.
truck, dude.
A Nissan Titan is what I'm hearing. I told Zach. I did tell this to Zach before we recorded, but to me it looked like a Nissan Frontier, but I read somewhere that it was a Titan. I'm looking at CNN right now. So yeah, they hooked him up with a truck. The back was filled with ocean spray, brand new. It was like a cranberry red. We'll post a link to this in just a little bit, but yeah, they popped up outside of his trailer. I mean, he comes out of a trailer, so I'm assuming he lives in a trailer. He pops out, and he's just surprised. It was pretty sick. And it's crazy because now,
Damn, dude, it's a
in
frontier.
this current era that we live in, you can go viral in an instant, and you can have things just dropped off at your doorstep because of social
The
media
internet.
like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, YouTube. So it's pretty cool seeing this guy.
And this
come up.
dude gives me inspiration because we're sitting here talking about this a lot. Like, we've had a lot of people come to us and say that they enjoy the podcast, they like the podcast, but it's not a huge following. We got like people we know, friends, family members listening, and we've been doing this. I mean, we've done it more than, this is episode 8, but we've done it more than 8 times. We had episodes that we haven't even gone public that we did before. So we scratched a couple. Like, we have full-time jobs. It's taken a lot out of our time. And this guy's little story right here, it made me happy because if you go on his Instagram, like we said last time, he has, probably close to 100 videos that are very similar to the one that finally went viral, of music playing and him doing something to music. If you go on his Instagram, I think it's Dogface, right? I think it's Dogface.
That's his TikTok. I
Oh,
have to
it's
check
TikTok.
his Instagram. Let me see
Okay.
if I can find it real quick.
But yeah, like, it's just video after video after video of him just straight up dancing to music, and then finally, bam, this dude does the perfect video at the perfect time, and he gets a brand new truck, which I thought was sick. And it, like, that video, like I said last time, it pretty much warmed my heart. Like, it made me feel awesome. And then now it makes me feel even more awesome because you got a freaking Frontier Pro 4x4 out of it, full of ocean spray.
Man, if we get hit by anybody, like a surprise, somebody comes outside my door, I hope it's Sig Sauer. That's the only person I want to see come outside my door. That'll be a good day. Do you guys know who Sig Sauer is?
Yes, we know 6 hours.
I actually don't, dude.
It's the manufacturer
okay.
of pistols.
Okay.
Weaponry.
It's probably
check this out. Pedro, hold
What
up. I'm
happened?
gonna hold it up for you too. Hold on. Where can you see this?
I'm trying. I'm looking a little closer. Oh, I
Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his truck.
That's tight. That's
He's
cool. I
getting
like that.
He's feeling it.
He's feeling it, dude.
His Instagram is dogface208. Dog with 2 G's.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch
he blew up.
the?
He blew
Did you
up.
guys
though.
watch the?
Dang, you're
debate
going
with
there already?
Zach said, "You're going in already, dude."
Well, the only thing that I think really happened this week, I mean, aside from the violence and stupid stuff like that, that's always been going on. It's never gonna stop. But did you guys watch the debate with Pence and Harris?
I unfortunately did not get to watch it.
No, I heard Pence putting that heat on though.
I heard that there was the fly took center stage.
The drone.
Oh yeah, in his hair. And
The
it just
drum.
stuck out perfectly.
Yeah.
It was impressive, dude. His hair acted as like a barrier from his face for the fly. Like the fly made a few attempts to come for his forehead, and his hair, like I saw it move for a second, said, No. This is as far as you go. But
Bro, if you Google Mike Pence, the very first thing that comes up next is fly. It's fly, and then young, and then and then kids, and then debate.
Hey, so if you just Google Mike Pence, hit enter right now. The top story is a New York Times article. A fly landed on Mike Pence's head during the VP debate for 2 minutes.
Ooh.
of course,
There's a
that's what they
shirt
would
that
push
says-
forward.
Hey, there's a shirt that says "Pretty fly for a white guy," and it's got that fly on his head.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
He did pretty
all right,
good,
so
though.
the number one video result: Mike Pence interrupted by a fly during VP debate. That's the Tonight Show on YouTube. The number 2 video: fly lands on Mike Pence's head during debate. It's CNN, and they just have a little red circle around the fly on his head. All right, tell us about the debate though, Pedro, because I didn't get a chance.
I didn't watch it.
Okay, I wanted to watch
Neither
it.
of you saw it?
I haven't. Nah.
Nah, I heard he.
Well,
I
it's
heard
gonna
he
be pretty
demolished
biased
her
'cause
though.
obviously, I'm on Pence's side on here. Pence 2024. Let's do this. But pretty much, Pence, every time he had a question, he answered it very directly and like fully, and it was like the opposite of the Trump versus Biden debate in terms of decorum, where even Harris, I was surprised, showed like respect for each other. People were making fun of her because she was laughing a lot, but dude, that's just a debate technique to try and throw your opponent off. So that's perfectly normal for her to throw some chuckles in there to try and make him shake off. But Pence was like the Terminator, and he wasn't having it. He just sailed straight through, kept asking her questions, which she did not answer. Like the 2 main questions was will she pack the court if she gets elected, because we all know it's really her getting elected. And what was the other question? Oh yeah, was she going to repeal the Trump tax, which put like a lot of money in middle Americans' pockets? That's the main thing. But other than that, nothing. It was pretty boring.
And she didn't want to answer
But
it.
Pence won.
Okay.
What's up?
Okay.
She didn't want to answer it.
No, she didn't want to answer it. Because they have some crazy stuff on their website. I went on their website again, and I saw, if you remember the Biden-Trump debate, Biden said on stage that he rejects the Green New Deal, which was awesome. I'm glad he rejects that thing. But if you didn't just go on the website for his campaign, he says it's a crucial part of his plan to become a good leader in the country or something like that. I forget. So it's like dualism right now. They're just saying what they need to say on stage. And I think that's why they're pretty much going to lose. They look pretty bad right now.
Yeah. Surprisingly, they do look pretty bad right now.
But I think the last poll that I saw, he was up. I think coming into this week, he widened his lead from like 7 points to.
He's in the lead
from the polls, which are, dude. I mean, Trump was down in the polls going into the election last time. So
didn't they have a recount?
Did they have a recount last election, Pedro? I can't remember.
Dude, I've never, these polls that they always talk about, I've actually tried to participate in one. I can't find it. I don't know where is this poll? Like what
it's
are
on
they talking about
Instagram
when they say the poll?
It's
yeah, you know the Instagram stories, the Instagram stories, dude.
Polls, it's good.
Those are the polls right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So go ahead, and whatever your favorite account is, when they post,
just go to Hillary's
Trump.
account.
Yeah.
Hey, did they have a recount though?
Trump, Hillary, did they have a recount?
Oh yeah, they had a recount. I remember that. Yes, they did have a recount.
I actually remember sitting in front of my computer the night of the election, watching the polls, hitting the refresh, or watching the votes get tallied, hitting the refresh button. I did not think that Trump was going to win.
No.
And I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, I was scared.
Holy crap, this is happening right now. Well, because I thought it was a joke. I thought Trump, not a joke, I thought it was a PR stunt for Trump to run for president.
Yeah, like Kanye.
I thought he's trying to just get as much, he's Trump. He's trying to get a bunch of visibility. I'm like, okay, that's a cute little PR stunt that he's pulling, entering into the, as a Republican nominee. Let's see what happens here. And I'm like, there's no way he's going to get the nominee. As it progressed, I'm like, holy crap.
Yep.
This dude just got the nod from the Republicans. Did this really happen? Where am I right now? It was kind of like when Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California.
The governor.
Dude, wasn't that such a good time?
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Okay, think about it. Right now, we have this guy named Newsom. I'll say it right now. So I think there's two breeds of politician, right? There's a real political leader who says, okay, I need to get these things done. Bullet point, let's go in office. Let's do this, right? And I would put Schwarzenegger, my guy, Trump, in that category. Where then I think there's a career politician where I think Biden, Harris, and I'm kind of thinking Pence lives because he kind of has that air about him. But, dude, I'm tired of career politicians. I just need someone who's, like, done. The decorum thing, I'm just over. Like, I need answers. I need results. What's up?
I agree. I think career politicians, to me, are sort of like used car salesmen, man. They're just slimy, dude. You're like, I mean, no matter Democrat or Republican, to me, I'm like, man, these dudes are grind. Like, dude, look at the Bushes.
Whoa.
I agree. What's up?
Look at the Clintons.
Oh, yeah, we could say look at the Clinton. I'm just, hey, dude, look at those are career politicians. The Clintons
True.
and the Bushes.
When they were born, they already knew.
Yo,
like this
when you think
baby's
of
going to
these
be in the
people,
office.
Like, think about it this way. When you think of, like, let's concentrate on the Bush administration. I was kind of like a kid. Well, we were kids when they were in office. But what do you remember them for? Like, what's their hallmark good thing they did for the country?
George H.W.
Brought us to war.
Yeah.
I was just going to say war. Yep.
I mean, that's not a good thing. I'm kind of thinking of an accomplishment.
That's
I don't
pretty much
think
the
war is
only
a good thing.
George W. Probably. Oh man, that
He was
guy's got some
reading the
classic
children-
one-liners, dude. George
was
W's
he
got
was reading
some
the kids.
classic one-liners where you're just like, wow.
What did he say?
I literally will look up George W. Bush videos just to. There's this one where it's a compilation.
Way, dude.
It's we'll post it in the link. Let me.
Did you see when that guy threw a shoe at him way back?
That's
Who
on
throws
there.
a shoe?
Shoot me once, shame on you. Shoot me twice.
Who throws a
I
shoe?
got a
Honestly.
new pair of shoes. That's from an SNL skit. But no, he's got some really classic lines, dude. I'll post a link in the description where he just gets phrases wrong. He says some funny stuff by accident.
He's got a goofy
Yeah.
face too.
He's got
Dude,
a
do you
goofy
remember when
face.
the Dixie Chicks, how their demise came about?
No.
The Dixie Chicks were on top of the world, dude, with wide open space. Dude,
Okay.
They were running.
Okay.
And then they said, in the midst of freaking September 11th and the Afghanistan war and all that. Afghanistan was first, right?
I think Iraq, then Afghanistan. Pedro,
I think it might be.
check
backwards.
us. What do you remember?
Afghanistan was first, right?
Dude. Let me
'Cause we're
think.
still in
I think it
Iraq.
was Iraq. No, it was Iraq, then Afghanistan, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm so sure because Iraqi freedom. Then that was that first
Well,
push. What was the second one?
Okay,
called?
well, I'm gonna look where Osama bin Laden's from because he was the
Dude,
target.
it's too late.
Hey, you know Osama. You know our government has some ties to Osama.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I actually do know that.
That's good.
Well, it's because we were selling them. Well, allegedly, we were selling them rockets so that they can shoot Russian fighter pilots out the sky, wasn't it?
That was 100% allegedly, not allegedly. I don't know if that's accurate. It was true. Hey, I don't know if that term allegedly is true. I just
I was
made
gonna
that
say,
up, but that happened.
I was gonna say he was in the States for a while, right?
I've heard we got a lot closer ties than us selling them weaponry.
I thought he went to school.
Well, we
out here.
trained them.
I thought
we
he went
trained
to
him.
college out here.
More than that, like he was an ally.
Yeah. I wish I could read any of this. I don't
Well,
know.
dude, he wasn't
I don't even know where he's from.
he wasn't an ally per se because he wasn't down like it was his religion that was
Definitely
making
not
him
an
not
ally.
an ally. No,
Definitely
sir.
not an ally.
I'm serious. Yeah, he's
So
not an
not-
ally. His religion wouldn't allow him to be an ally with us, but he was accepting help, I think. Like he knew he needed our help. That's where all the training and the weaponry came in. So I
Okay,
wouldn't
well, let
name
me
him
ask you
ally at
this.
all.
Wait,
Let me
but
ask
you
you
guys
this.
are agreeing.
Hold on.
You and Pedro are agreeing.
I know that.
Okay.
But let me ask you this. Did he orchestrate the planes going into our towers, or did we? Since we're talking about Bush.
Are you serious?
Just a question,
That's a
bro.
good question.
No, 9/11 was not a conspiracy made by the American
Whoa,
government.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Conspiracy?
Who said anything about
Exactly,
conspiracy?
not
I
saying
just asked a
conspiracy.
question. Was it him or
Well,
us?
okay, my bad. It was not a plot made by the American government.
Was it him or us?
It was him, my friend, because he was mad because after the war was over, we weren't giving them relief and all that kind of stuff. He wanted more help, so he got butthurt. And then that's when he went full jihad. And then he didn't know what freedom was, but they found out real fast.
You want me to answer that question, Zach? What
let's
my
see
opinion
Andrew
is?
thinks about that.
Go for it.
That was all U.S.
You think it was all U.S., Andrew?
That was all us.
All U.S.
Us.
Dude.
Why?
I think-
What's the benefit?
War. War was
The
the
Bushes
benefit.
love war, don't they?
War is big business.
Oh man! In case you
Well,
guys
look at
can't
it
see
this way.
Pedro's face right now, he looks real mad.
But
Well,
just think of how
well,
much
I'm not mad.
How much gear does a soldier have on? And
At
who
least
supplies that gear?
$250,000 worth.
Who supplies that gear?
We do.
Contractors, not the U.S.
Oh, sure.
government. The U.S. government purchases from contractors. That is a huge economic stimulus.
Hey, you know who was repairing? You know who was repairing the construction over there, overseas, after the war was going through those towns?
Was it a Bush company?
dang it. Hold on. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to.
Well, no, here. Let me chime in real quick. Let me chime in real quick because this might help out a little. So if war is gonna benefit every time, or at least this time, right? How do we explain Dubai? We made them our friends. They said we'll run that oil line pipe. They pump the golden oil. They get lucrative. We turn them into a Las Vegas on steroids. They benefited. We benefited. It was a deal. No blood was shed. So I don't understand why in this situation that wouldn't have translated over to Iraq or Afghanistan if we needed to go in there for oil.
I think that's a good point. And I think that the reason is they were willing to sell out.
Yep.
Not everybody in the Middle East is willing to sell out to the infidels.
This is true. Because some people are more gun-ho for the religion than others.
You know? Zach, you looking up that?
Yeah, I think it was the Cheneys.
It was a Cheney Corporation?
I think it was the Cheneys, Dick Cheney's son, who supposedly ran that department, or ran like a huge, some sort of construction company, who got that bid, repairing a lot of the construction over there after the war went through, which seems to me like a huge investment.
Seems like a conflict of interest.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, that's just something I heard.
Yeah,
but 9/11, bro, okay. Pedro, I'm just saying, on the stuff I've seen, all right.
Loose Change.
Have you seen Loose Change?
Yes.
Okay. And you're still not a believer.
I've seen everything you've probably seen, yes.
And you're still not a believer.
Nah, dude, I'm sorry, but that event was real. It happened. Maybe I have too much hope in human, dignity or whatever it is. But I couldn't imagine somebody flying a plane.
We've had these conversations before, Pedro.
Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, I'm a patriot.
Is very strong. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a patriot. I love my country. I think this is the best place who's doing it right in terms of creating an environment.
So do I. I love America. But like you said, you are sick of politicians. You're sick of of the politicians going in there and basically lying.
Yep.
Okay. So there's nothing stopping from a lifelong born politician, lying to people in this country to make money, or to be in his best interest.
That's true. I'd agree with that.
Okay. That's the only reason why I would lean towards that side, because I don't trust people when it comes to money. And people like that who will lie straight to your face and then say they're going to do something in office, and 2 months later, or even still during the debates, say something completely different than what they just said a couple weeks prior.
Yeah.
And
then you send your son off to the Middle East to get millions of dollars from a foreign diplomat. Yeah, I totally understand.
Exactly. It's just and if Trump, I still think that fool's full of crap. And he's not even a politician, like you said. He's just a businessman.
And he's a bully, which I kind of like. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like a strong hand in office. I don't like getting slapped around by the UN or all these people that we shell out our cash to. I kind of like how he handles himself right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
There has to be. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
What about the fact you said you don't like him, Zach? I totally get it. He doesn't have the decorum, and he's not very nice.
Who?
But what exactly? Can you name one thing? Trump.
Oh, okay. No,
what's
I do
one
like
thing
him.
that's like, oh, you do like him?
I like Trump.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
But go on with your question, because yeah, all right.
I was
finish.
I can be critical too, because there's one thing I don't like about Trump either. Andrew, can you
All
guess
right,
it?
that he uses God in a false sense.
Yep. Yep. Keep going.
That's all I
I
got.
I don't like I've had this conversation with people, and I try and figure like, you don't know if someone's saved or not. And you see him holding the Bible, you see him referencing God. He had one moment where he was saying like Democrats want to abandon God or something like that. And I'm like, well, does that mean you're down for Jesus? Like, I wish he would be more like kosher on it. He's
Yeah.
straightforward on everything else. I just wish he would just spear this in the head for everybody so we can just know.
Well, one thing's for sure. I got two things actually. One thing is you said that he's a bully. Christians aren't bullies.
Uh-huh.
True Christians, people who are saved that look to Jesus for wisdom and character and what's another one? Influence, I guess. Basically, everything in their life. They look Christians, people who are truly saved look to Jesus for basically everything.
Right.
So Trump being a bully, that's on in the view of the nation is not a good sign. And two, if you're willing to say grab him by the pussy,
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
grab him by the pussy on national television,
But
that's not another good sign.
But that was in his past, man. And we all have like a jaded
You think
past.
he changed? You think he changed?
I do think he changed, dude. He has to change. Come on, man.
I think he's cleaning up his act for 4 years, or maybe
yeah,
5 years while he was on the campaign trail for a year prior to. And
Maybe
I
bully
yeah,
was
the one thing that I was gonna say is, yeah, he will quote the Bible, use the Bible. I think he might even think that he's a Christian. But the problem is that his conduct does not align with Scripture. Like,
True.
We're taught, like, I mean, like you were saying, you like a bully, you like this and that when they're in office. But to be honest, like, those things are not signs or fruit
That
of
he
a
is.
believer.
Right,
you
that
know?
he is.
Well,
You might
maybe
want
bully's
someone
the
like
wrong
that.
word.
No, he is a bully. He's definitely a bully. There's people who will testify to that.
Well, this is what I'm saying. When he goes out to different countries and he puts down, hey, here's a plan. You can make this profit. I can make this profit for my people. We went out of this. There is little risk for both of each other. Yes, we are weak in some areas in terms of we're going to lose some areas, but we covered that with more gain on each side. Do you want to do it? And he's going to put out his hand and he's going to say, it's either you shake it or not, or I'm going to get on my jet and I'm out of here. I'm not the last guy. That's what I like about him. He's cut
He's a businessman.
right to it. Yeah.
He's a businessman.
Whereas if you saw how, like, just take North Korea for example, we've never seen them make this many concessions until Trump was over there talking to him, and we don't know what was said in that back room. All we know is that Kim started agreeing to stuff. It gotta, not to say like tensions went completely down, but everybody settled down a little more. Whereas I can say the last three presidents, when they went over there, talked to him, guess what? They shook hands, yeah. They got yeses, yeah, but nothing happened. They just got lied to and walked over.
Yep. Yeah, I can agree. I'll agree with that. But the thing about businessmen is, what do businessmen have in mind?
Making a profit.
What?
Making a profit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their best interest.
Their best interest, getting the dub and making the money.
Okay. So that's kind of concerning.
But wait, where has Trump made a deal where it's not mutually beneficial?
Well, publicly,
Wait, hold up. Where it's not mutually beneficial. So let's just look at our relationship with China right now. Okay. So I think you gave an example of North Korea, right? Where his personality happened to make some more headway with North Korea. But there are let's just call him stubborn and hard-headed. Is that fair?
And crazy.
Are those
and
two
crazy.
fair? Okay. So you got his personality like that versus China's leader, which is similar. You get those two guys together, there's nothing happening. There's two stubborn dudes in a room in a pissing match. You know? And so we haven't really made any headway with China. So while his personality might make headway with some leaders, maybe some weaker leaders, or I don't know, maybe some leaders that are, I don't know what it is, but he might make headway with some, but he's not going to make headway with others. And when you're leading a country, you have to be able to approach global matters with diplomacy in some situations. And
well,
I don't, sometimes he just doesn't do that.
Well, let me chime in here. I actually don't want to make any, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you guys been seeing these leaked documents and on Live Leak and stuff, but right now there's concentration camps in China for Muslims where they are harvesting their organs and reselling them on the red market. There are also Christians being disappeared in China. There's all this weird stuff happening. I'm sorry, but I don't actually care about diplomacy with these people right now. I'm out.
Here's the problem, though. Those are two different issues, and Trump and the government are not addressing those issues. They will let those issues go under the rug and unnoticed if they can get some money from China. If they can make a trade deal where we benefit, dude, they don't care. And they'll let that stuff go.
I hear you.
You know? And I mean, tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. But
I agree with you, Pedro. I think, man, if we know a country's doing that kind of stuff, let's approach it from a different front. Man, we can't do business with you because you have these concentration camps where you're harvesting organs. You're persecuting Christians and killing them, for practicing their faith. But instead, we're just going in there hey, can we make money off of your imports? Oh, no, we can't? All right, now I'm pissed off,
Real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot that I didn't finish my statement about the Dixie Chicks.
All right, we got a 6 minute and 45-second warning.
All right, real quick. That
serious?
just popped in my head. Real quick, they said I'm ashamed to be from Texas, where Bush is from. The same part, and then that's when they freaking straight up just. I remember on the news there was thousands of their CDs being burned in a pile. It was crazy. Because people stood behind their president back then. Now, if people did that to Trump, that wouldn't happen.
They would blow up.
You just got to think.
Oh, that was no pun intended, but.
Yeah, but you got to think about it this way. You got to think about it this way too. That event, 9/11, was a traumatic blow to a lot of people, and people lost a lot of loved ones. And I don't remember the day perfectly, but I think school got canceled or something like that, and we all stayed home. And it was vague to me because I was so young, but everybody felt that. And when you want to run your mouth, I mean, come on now. I think that's a sign, when everybody's mobilizing to go to war with the person who just did that to us. And then you out of nowhere, out of left field, not to say you're completely wrong, but the timing, man, you're gonna get hit across the head. So that's what happened to him.
All right,
It's
so
like
I had to bring that back up just because I started it and we didn't. I just
Yeah.
didn't. It just stopped.
No, you're
So
cool.
I'm glad you brought that
I
up.
know a lot of people were wondering what happened with the Dixie Chicks. So
Just leaving them on a cliff,
I
dude.
just
They're
had
hanging
to-
there
I
like.
just had to finish that.
There
Now
go.
you know
It's
what
like
though.
when-
I think what you said, Pedro, is interesting because there was a crisis, right? 9/11, major crisis. There was this common enemy. Everybody kind of got behind that for a little while. In this instance, there's crisis. We've got COVID, you know, but the country's divided right now.
Turning on each
Yeah,
other.
and so it's weird. It's different. 9/11 wasn't politicized as much because I think everybody at that very early stages of the crisis thought they knew who the common enemy was.
Well, we didn't have freaking social media either.
Yeah,
We
didn't.
barely had internet.
Yep.
So everyone only knew what was on TV.
Mm-hmm. People weren't as woke.
People weren't woke,
As
dude.
they are now,
People
huh?
were not woke.
I think just right
people
now what's
probably weren't as
happening is
stupid either.
Say that again, Zach.
I said people just probably weren't as stupid.
Yeah.
At least we
think
were
the enemy-
united, dude.
Well, I just think the enemy got smarter. They realized, like, we're not going to beat these fools. They're too good at just fighting. They're just too good. So they went for the intellectual approach. They took it to a chessboard game where, you know, now we're not dealing with an organized, you know, military. We're dealing with insurrectionists in sleeper cells and it's even harder to say because most of them don't even know what they're doing, so they're actually just they're puppets on strings by someone in the background. That's
because
the
they've been
conspiracy I'll get
subverted?
on board. Oh yeah, definitely. I was gonna bring it back to that. Why in the world would out of nowhere, you know, Trump has been alive how long? And then 2016 hits, he becomes president, and then all of a sudden he's a racist. He hates women. All these things. And it gets turned up to 11. And then when you really look into the history, you see him donating to black foundations. You see him giving all kinds of people who cares about the race, who cares about the gender, giving all kinds of business opportunities to multiple different people out. And then you see the stat record for the past 4 years of what he's actually done for the country on paper. It's weird. The things they chant in the streets just aren't true. So it had to be programmed in them. It's just we're running on false.
Yeah, I'm not saying no, because I think that I do think that there are people behind the scenes pulling strings. Like I just said earlier, I think 9/11 was done by the U.S. It was a freaking attack that was executed by the U.S. But in this case, honestly, I don't think it's that hard to make Trump an enemy, though. Like he does a lot of stuff, and he just spews out so many things without thinking that it's really not that hard to take what he says out of context or to grab onto certain things that he says and vilify him, you know? Like he did say stuff about third world countries and he definitely said some bad things about third world countries early on in the presidency.
He's just not politically correct.
He just dude, he's like us, going off the top, you know? And he's the president.
And he knows he can get away with it too.
And hey, maybe how about this? Maybe I'll give you that 9/11 may have been orchestrated if you give me that George Soros put those piles of bricks on different corners in that town.
I'll throw that at you. I'll give it to you 100%.
I know somebody put them there because they didn't just happen to randomly show up where there's no construction.
Pallets.
Yeah,
organized.
Somebody who wanted chaos to ensue put pallets of bricks on the corners for sure.
And
was it George Soros? I don't know, but
it's
somebody.
a smaller scale, dude. So
30 seconds.
So back then, back in 2001, people wanted to make a profit. Instead of putting pallets of bricks in the middle of the street to create chaos, they put 2 planes in a tower to create chaos. the the the
Epstein didn't kill himself.
the goal.
10 seconds.
The goal was money in both situations. Division.
All right. That's it, dude. We're out of time.
Okay.
Dang. Oh man. I just want to say one last thing.
There you go.
Last week we talked about that organization, the freaking boys,
Oh,
Proud
the
Boys.
the Proud Boys. I said
Leader
that
is a black guy.
I,
or a
yeah,
Latino guy.
I said that they had some ties to white supremacy, but I didn't know for sure because I haven't researched them much. Well, he came. I mean, I seen a statement from him on social media. The leader, he looks maybe like half black or something. Completely denounced any ties to white supremacy. Completely denounced the KKK. So I thought that was pretty cool. You guys can look that video up. But
White
that was just
Claw.
something from last week.
wow.
Yeah, his roar is White Claw. You can see him on freaking YouTube saying it. He's hilarious. I don't like White Claws. They give me headaches.
Oh man. Hey, but that's it. This one was fun. I had fun on this one.
Yeah,
off the
definitely.
top. It's cool.
All right,
Hey,
guys.
we
Well,
appreciate
as
you
always,
guys listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
And let us know if you think 9/11 was if it happened outside of the U.S. or happened internally.
And who planted the bricks on the corners? If you haven't seen that, we'll try to find a video and post the links.
Yeah.
Let us
All you
know.
gotta do is comment.
Make sure to share. Make sure to comment. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe.
Stay frosty.